Okay, another one I found sitting on the floor here. This is a Cobra 142 GTL. They're a really nice radio and quite collectible over the years. It's I know where this one came from. Tanya, I reckon this is part of that lot that came down from Queensland, and it's been sitting around on the floor here. And some of that stuff was a bit interesting, but you know, in for a penny, in for a pound. And many thanks to Tanya for bringing a lot of that stuff down to me too. It really saved me a lot of pain and effort. Although Tanya, I'm just finally getting to some of this, to be honest. So I'll report back on just anyway. So this is a reasonable look. You know, could use a little bit of a clean up. I've done nothing to it at all. You know, sort of, but it's not looking too bad for its age. I'm just putting a receive signal through on it. That meter's just sticking a little bit there too. That one there was actually quite good. Let's have a look. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. As you can see, this is the SWR there. Now if I go to SWR cowl, that'll make that one, you can see it's only just stuck a little bit, so it's a pretty easy one to fix. 1 2 3 4 5. I wish I just had the time to get into these meters and things. AM, of course, yeah, modulation meter as well, but only on AM on the Cobras. And SWR back to there. And the reason you know that it's going to free up is it looks a bit brutal, but whenever we can do that to them, we know that, and if you look at Mike's CB radio repairs, there's a very it taught me video on how to free up these meters with a bit of acetone and certainly get in there. And they generally, I've found 90% of them come back. You get the odd one that's, you know, open circuit or a coil's gone or something, you know, and generally they're dead anyway. They don't act this way, they don't stick, they don't do this sort of stuff. Anyway, but yeah, look, this is a Cobra 142, and I think from memory we've got some the other bass, the 858 version. This was the from memory the 8719. Now keep in mind 12 volt only on this. It was 110 volt previously, so it'll be supplied with a 12 volt DC cord, and pretty much just floating this one out. And I think it's a bit of a one that, you know, if someone wants to clean up a bit. I'm just having a bit of a look. You know, I think we'll clean up quite well. Little hints on what we do, like this black section on the top here. This is so simple to make look perfect. These fronts, not difficult to make look perfect either. So, you know, you really can convert one of these into being a very nice looking, you know, sort of base station. Its covers are good. There's actually, you know, quite good, and the chap these came from, Tanya will tell you this, he's not known for 100% looking after his radios, to be fair. And I mean cosmetically, he's done all right on this one. It's you know, there's a few techniques where we mask this off, quickly spray that, and same, you know, sort of with these areas here. Sometimes we can, although a lot of the times we'll just feather these in and make these look a little bit nicer. This is not terrible. You know, you could do one single line across the front here, and we've got certain types of pens, and they're not texters, they're part of my wife's craft set, and you'll run a solid line across here, and bang, you'll just go, my goodness, completely, you know, it's changed its whole look, etc. Anyway, we've talked about the looks of it. Power output, let's have a look. 1 2 3 4 5, hollow. It's a pretty standard power, getting its 10 watts. 1 2 3 4 5. Sorry, on AM. Sideband will be more. Hollow. Oh yeah, about 20 watts on sideband. Hollow. 1 2 3 4 5. Hollow. Drawing a good 3. Hollow. Picking 4 amps there, so that's why it's doing its 20 watts for sure. Receive wise, when we were doing this before, hang on. That has been tuned. I can tell straight away. Have a look at this. 0.5 of a microvolt is so loud, I could take that down to 0.1 of a microvolt, and that's the thing. These chassis, brilliant receivers. So, you know, certainly a you know, great radio for the facets of what they can do. Anyway, look, again, we're just clearing these out. So certainly. I'm making this up as I go, to be honest. I'd love to tell you that a lot of thought went into this pricing structure. But this one here, if it was mint, we're seeing $700-800 for them. I'm going to let this one go as it is right now. You fix the stuck meter, and pretty much everything else works. It's another as-is sale, so get ready for the fact that we don't want to see them again. So if you're technical, great. I'm not really too worried about this one. Like the meter here, the other option too, if you don't feel confident to fix that meter, is to obviously replace the actual meter itself. And we've had a bit of a trick there where we've used other internals and still use the same faceplate. Long story that, but there are different ways to replace a meter. You don't always have to look for the absolute genuine item, but certainly especially on the SWRs, it's not too difficult to calibrate, get that sorted out. But yeah, overall, nice radio, and as you can see on sideband, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, it's actually percolating quite well. So yeah, good one. Anyway, $400 plus post. Unfortunately, I can't fit this in a post bag, so whatever it costs to wherever you are. But this is a nice one, and I reckon if you know what it is, you'll know that $400 is cheap for what it is. Most of the stuff we're going to be clearing is going to be priced at something where I just want to move it on and say, right, let's make some room on some shelves. As you know, those of you that have been here, you know the catastrophe I'm dealing with. Hey, look at this, off subject too. This is the sort of crap I buy on eBay. A Matchbox 70th anniversary muscle car. Sam said to me, she said, it came in the mail today, and she said, you bought that? And I said, yeah, but it's the 70th anniversary, I had to have it. And she said, but it's you own one of the cars. I said, well, that's the whole point, anyway, but I paid $9 for it plus a bit of postage. I mean, that was good, I thought. What do you guys think? Put in the comments file. I don't know. Jeez. I was crook in bed and I was bored, and I thought, yeah. Anyway. All right, guys. As you can see, I'm a bit excited to be out of bed and actually, having some energy. I really am. Honestly, the last couple of weeks, I didn't think it was going to end. I really didn't. Well, I thought something was going to end, I can tell you now. But that's just, that's the man flu in me talking. All right, guys, $400 plus freight. Definitely, this one's a goodie. It's a little bit of a cleanup, and I think, you've got a spectacular radio. I've got ones here that are far worse than this, to be honest, and I'm selling this for $400. Crazy. Anyway, Cobra 142 GTL, great radios. Give me a call or email me, SMS me. Please subscribe, hit the like button. What else do I got to say? Thank you for all your support. Actually, no, I really do want to say this, and thank you. You know who you are. Some people were quite worried about me. One of them, I will say, was Ron, VK3AHR. That guy is one of the most caring guys on the planet, who's forever on the phone trying to make sure that I'm not overexerting myself, that I am resting, that I'm doing the right thing. He's got a heart of gold. You wonder why I call him my dad. I lost my dad very young, and Ron's been like that to Sam and I. Really has, both Ron and Kath. But there's a few others of you too, and you know who you are, Pete, and different ones. And look, it goes on. I feel like now I'm missing people out, but I do want to thank you all. The last 2 weeks was probably the most difficult time ever, because the heart just gave out for a while there. There were some things that were really going wrong, and obviously we're back in hospital and blah blah blah. But sometimes you convince yourself that, hey, maybe we're right on the end of this thing, which we know there's an end date coming. Absolutely, it's coming for all of us. But sometimes you just need a bit of encouragement from people. And I tell you what, the radio crowd, Ron and I were talking about this yesterday. The radio crowd is more than just a group of people that we sell radios to or we talk to on the radio. It's part of our social network of good people, and there's some really terrific people out there. Obviously Ron, and you got people like Steve 3SMW, who are, he kept me company the other night just listening to his net. It was last night actually. I was feeling not the best, and I didn't bother coming on the net. But I sat there with my iPad listening to Steve and the boys, and they had Ron, actually heard Ron come up, etc. And I remember thinking to myself, you know, these guys, they're just making my night, as crap as it is, just that little bit better with just feeling connected. So just remember your radio mates, you know, they're a big part of why we all do this, and I think definitely a bonus to the hobby. All right, guys, enough soul searching on why I like radio. It's in the blood. I was telling someone the other day that actually it was Ron. I've been doing this since I was 12 years old. It became a career. It became something that took me all around the world, and it's been the most incredible life that I never would have imagined. And whilst the last 2 or 3 years have been a little bit frustrating health-wise, there's so many things in my life that I look back and I think I just really want to thank the people in, you know, in this industry, the whole thing, because you've all been there and you've all been part of my success, and you know, hopefully I've been a part of yours, and we've all just helped each other to get along. But certainly I've got a long list of people that I would have to thank if I was to ever start giving credit to where I got to where I am. Guys, 73 is all the best. Thanks very much. Have a look at this video. VK3 Charlie Mike. Cheers.